Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudin Nashtapraye Svabhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Tapote Bhaktir Bhavati Vaistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandana ओमज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Recommending for this Bhagavad Sandarbha class. Somebody like to recollect what we discussed on stage?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, no.
Prabhu, your voice is very feeble.
Low. And speaker. Can you hear better?
Yes, now it is better. Prabhu, if nobody is doing, shall I try?
Yes, no problem. Yes.
Please accept my humble obeisance. Prabhu, you were discussing Anucheda 31. So this verse is discussing Vibhutvam, means the all-pervasive nature of the Supreme Lord. So for that, two verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 9th chapter, 13th and 14th verses are stated to prove this. So in that, the verses says that the one who has no inside nor outside, nor front nor back, but who is the front and back of the cosmos, who himself is the cosmos, considering him to be her own son or born from her, who is unmanifest, has taken the form of human being and who is beyond senses, that Gopika, Mother Yashoda, tied him with a rope to the mortar. So in the commentary to this verse, Srila Sridhar Swami Maharaj says that to tie an object, we require a rope which has two ends, and the rope should be taken around the object. Means it should start from one end and taken around and then brought together the both ends and then tied. Now we said that he has no front and back. So how he was tied? So and because of him the cosmos exists, means he is the cause of the cosmos. If he is not there, he will not be there. So now how he was tied? So then no, nahi, na martyalingam ityadav. So if he can be tied, how he is all pervading? No, like it was said that Brahmachya Deyurti Bhava. Prabhu, I did not get this. Tad ananyasya jagatasya shaktya eva shakte तदंशांश रूपे रज्वा कथम तस्य बंधः स्यात् नहि वह्निम so yes, so since cosmos is his part only, means it is his energy, so how can something which is a part of cosmos tie him? It will be like stating that the spark can burn the fire. Correct, no, Prabhu?
Yes, yes.
And then Sridhar Swami, Sridhar Maharaj questions that how if he's appeared as a human being, how he is all pervading. So for that, Sukadev Goswami says that because he has attained the human form. So now we may question that if he is in a human form, then how can he be all pervading? Didn't Mother Yashoda see him as all pervading? So it is because of her love, prema rasa, she could not see. So, because she considered him to be her son, Vatsalya Prem. So,
Yes.
So then, and he is also adokshajam. He cannot be perceived by the knowledge derived from the senses. So
Yes.
this much true.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
So, the primary shloka of this Anucheda is the shloka from the Damodar Leela. Na chantarna bahiryasya na purvam napi chaparam purvaparam bahischantar jagato yad jagachayah tam matvatmajam avyaktam matyalingam madokshajam gopika lokale damna babandha prakritam yada. So in this particular shloka, how the Krishna is all pervading while having a limited form. This was clearly demonstrated by Krishna, the Damodar Leela. That is what we discussed in detail last time. Mataji also nicely summarized. We discussed it till the although Krishna was showing his all-pervading feature, Mother Yashoda, because of her intense parental love, she did not actually perceive that all-pervading feature of Krishna. In fact, at the end of this pastime, when Shukadeva Goswami completes describing this pastime, Shukadeva Goswami does not glorify how Krishna is all pervading at the same time having a limited form. Rather, Shukadeva Goswami glorifies the supreme prema of Mother Yashoda, that because of her prema, she did not perceive the Aishwarya of Krishna, which he displayed there, Krishna displayed his Vibhutva there, but Mother Yashoda did not perceive. That is why Shukadeva Goswami, he did not actually, he was more enthusiastic to glorify Mother Yashoda prema. Nemam virinchi nabhavo nashrir apyanga samshaya prasadam lebire gopi yattat prapya vimuktidat. Neither Brahma nor Shiva nor even Lakshmi Devi received such a mercy like Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda possessed such intense prema that she could actually bind Krishna. She considered Krishna to be tam matvatmajam, considered Krishna to be her own son. Bhavanta prakritam yata. So we discussed this slow. So we'll go to the this last. We have to discuss some more quotations at the end. Before that, Kimcha. With that we already discussed that, but for continuity, I will start from here. Kimcha yad gatam bandhanam tasya Shri Vigrahasya eva vyapakatvam vivakshitam yat tadoho samana adhikaranyat tasyas tatra akovidatva upapadanatvat cha. So here Jiva Goswami says that read the translation directly. Moreover, Kimcha, Shukadeva Goswami's intention is to assert that the very same body, Shri Vigrahasya Eva, the very same body that was bound, Shri Vigrahasya, the very same body which was bound, that very same body was Vyapakatvam, it is all pervading. It is not that Yashoda bound a different body which is not all pervading, and the all pervading feature body of Krishna is something else, and the body which Yashoda bound was something else. No, the very same body which Mother Yashoda bound is all pervading. Because according to the principle of Yat Tadoho Samana Adhikaranyat. So you see the for example, in the different shlokas, sometimes when we use the word yasya, we will use the word yasya and tasya, both refer to the same thing. Yada and tada refer to the same time. Yat and tat, they refer to the same thing. So they are the relative pronouns. Yasya and ya denote the same object as their co-relatives. Tasya and tat. The same way, so the what was described in the first shloka, that nachantarna bahir yasya na purvam napi chaparam purvaparam bahichantar jagato ya jagatchaya. What is described by the word yasya? What is described by the word yaha? Jagato yaha, jagato yo jagatchaya. The same thing is described in the next shloka by tam matvatmajam avyaktam. The same person, considering him, the first two lines describe the all pervading feature of Krishna. Na chantar na bagir yasya na purvam napi chaparam purvaparam bahichyanta jagato ya jagachaya. The same all pervading Krishna, tam matvatmajam, the same Krishna was considered as by Yashoda to be her own son, and she bound Krishna. So that is what is being, that logic is being given. It is not that Mother Yashoda found some other body which is not all pervading, and the body which is all pervading is something else. That is what Jiva Goswami is saying, that Yat tadoho samana adhikaranyat tasyas tatra akovidatva upapadanatvat cha. What he is saying is that this is also evidenced from the fact that Shuka points out akovidatva, Mother Yashoda's lack of capacity to recognize his all-pervading aspect in the very same body. Mother Yashoda was, that is why Shukadeva Goswami says that tam matvatmajam avyaktam martya lingam adokshajam. She considered her to be her own son, Martya Ling, who was appeared as a human being, although he is adokshajam and avyaktam. And then he says, Tatra vigrahatvam parichinnayam eva sambhavati. Anything which is a vigraha, only a limited object can have a form. Because kara charanadi akara sannivesha. Because any form means it will have hands and legs. These are all actually they will all have actually limited form. Tasmad asya eva tasmin parichinnatvam vibhutvam cha yugapad eva. Yugapad means simultaneously. So, tasmad asya eva tasmin, the same form. Parichinnatvam means parichinnatvam means limited actually. To be precise, parichinnatvam means the feature of being limited, parichinnatvam and vibhutvam, and that of being all pervasive, yugapad, both exist in him simultaneously. How can both be existing simultaneously? Moola siddhanta eva paraspara virodhi shakti shata nidanatvam tasya darshitam. We already discussed in the Moola Siddhanta that the Bhagavan is the Paraspara Virodhi Shata. He is the reservoir of hundreds of mutually contradictory Shaktis. Paraspara Virodhi Shakti. He is the seat of hundreds of mutually conflicting potencies. And then he says that Drishyate api loke. This can be seen even in this world. And he is giving an example. Tri doshagna mahaushadinam tadrishatvam. He is giving an example from the Ayurveda. In this world, in the realm of Ayurvedic herbs, we can see that some of the Ayurvedic herbs have the power to subdue opposing doshas simultaneously. So you see, in the Ayurveda, there are this three things actually: kapha, vata, and pitta. Kapha, vata, and pitta. So generally, when there is an imbalance of these things, then there is a disease in a person. So mucus, kapha is something sweet and fatty, and pitta is sour and bitter, and vata is wind and dry. So that means sweet foods increase the kapha in the body, mucus in the body, while bitter and sour foods increase the pitta in the body. And similarly for vata also there will be some, like we can say, like cauliflower and this thing, they increase the vata, like that they say. So when there is an imbalance in one of these doshas, it creates disease in the body. So then when there is an imbalance, Ayurveda recommends certain herbs in order to balance the doshas. So the point to note is that those herbs that reduce the mucus will increase the bile, or those herbs that will decrease the bile will increase the mucus. Because mucus and bile, they have opposing characteristics. Mucus is cold and pitta is actually hot. But in some cases, a person may have a disturbance in all the three doshas. But he is administered herbs that will rebalance them. So from a logical point of view, it should be impossible for any single herb to possess properties that are self-contradictory. increasing the mucus. Suppose mucus is also high, bile is also high, but the same herb which can decrease the mucus and also decrease the bile, something it can be self-contradictory, but such herbs do exist. Ayurveda recommends herbs like haritaki. Maybe somebody will have more Ayurvedic knowledge can appreciate it. Ayurveda recommends herbs like haritaki, which has the power to balance all the three doshas simultaneously. This is little contrary to logic, but still we must accept it on the authority of Shabda Pramana, that is the Ayurvedic Shastras. So similarly, here somebody having a farm at the same time be all pervading is contrary to logic. But we have to accept it on the basis of the Shabda Pramana. So then Jiva Goswami quotes from the Brahma Samhita. He quotes some series of few quotations to show the all-pervading nature of the Lord. The first quotation is from the Brahma Samhita. Pantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo vayo ratapi manaso munipungavana sopyasti yat prapadasim avichintya tatve govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajam. I worship Govinda, the original person, the tip of whose lotus feet is an avichintya tattve, inconceivable truth, that can be appreciated by the best of the sages only after millions and millions of years on the path of either breath control or mind control practice. So this shows actually the word avichintya tattve, the inconceivable truth. Also, this verse can be seen even when a person travels at the speed of mind for millions of years, still one is unable to understand or reach the personal form of the Lord. This verse is quoted to actually explain the all-pervasiveness. But at the same time, he's having a form because the tip of his lotus feet means he's having a form. But still one is unable to attain him even after traveling for millions of years at the speed of mind. That shows that he is also all-pervading. In that sense, we can say. And then another verse he quotes from the Madhva Bhashya. Madhvacharya in his Bhashya, maybe in his Bhashya, he quotes some shloka from the Vedas. In his Vedanta Sutra Bhashya, he quotes some shloka from the Shruti, which Shruti is not mentioning, but on the authority of Madhvacharya, he is quoting that Shruti Vakya. Astulo Ananur Amadhyamo Madhyamo Vyapako Madhyamo Avyapako Vyapako Hariradir Anadir Avishwo Vishwa Saguno Nirguna Iti. We see all contradictory words. He is neither grass astulo nor atomic, and is medium in size, madhyama, amadhyama, but not medium in size, all pervading and but not all pervading. He is the beginning but without beginning. He is the cosmos but beyond the cosmos. Saguna and Nirguna, he has attributes and it has no attributes. And then from Narsingha Tapane Upanishad, Turiyam Aturiyam, Atmanam Anatmanam, Ugram Anugram, Veeram Aviram, Mahantam Amahantam, Vishnum Avishnum, Jwalantam Ajwalantam, Sarvatomukam Asarvatomukam. So all contradictory words are there. And then again from Brahma Purana, Astulo Anurupo Sav, Avishwo Vishvayevacha, Viruddha Dharma Rupo Sav, Aishwaryat Purushottamaha. Lord is neither gross nor atomic. He is the cosmos and yet not the cosmos. He is called Purushottama because he possesses the opulence of Viruddha Dharma, opposing characteristics. And Vishnu Dharma also, there is another shloka. Paraman Antapariyanta Sahasramshanu Murtaye Jataranta Yutam Shanta Sthita Brahmanda Darine. Unto him who has multifarious forms, from the atom down to a 1,000th subatomic part of the atom, and yet holds thousands of universes in 1/10,000th part of his belly. And then, of course, from the Gita, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktam murtina matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvastitaha nachamatstani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaram. This verse from Gita also is quoted. Avyakta murtina iti tadrisha rupatvad buddhi vaibhava agochara swabhava vigrahena iti arthaha. When the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita that he pervades the cosmos in his avyakta murti, in his unmanifest form, it means he does so in a form that is beyond the reach of anyone's intelligence. In this way, Jiva Goswami has spoken about Lord's Vibhutva while having a limited form. So now the 32nd Anucheda, we'll go to the 32nd.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu, I have one doubt. If the Lord is all pervading, so then that means he is everywhere, right? Can we say that?
Yes.
So then he should be easily approachable, like here in this Brahma Samhita verse, that if one goes with the speed of mind after thousands and thousands of years, or not after crores of years, one is not able to attain the tip of his lotus feet. So that appears contradictory, because if the Lord is all pervading, he should be available everywhere.
Yeah. That is why the another Brahma Samhita verse is there. Na? Vedeshu durlabam adurlabam atma bhakta. Is durlabha and also adurlabha. Is adurlabha for a atma bhakta, but is a durlabha for a person who does not follow the path of bhakti marg. That day only we can understand. Krishna says that I am the swift deliverer. Tesham aham samuddarta mrityu sansara sagara bhavami nachirat partha maya veshita chetasam. And the very swift deliverer for a person who is engaged in.
Okay, thank you.
So one more example which we actually Jiva Goswami quoted was that Badava Agni. So in order to, he gave this example, how some things, even in this world, some things are inconceivable, contrary to logic, but still we accept those things to exist based on the authoritative sources. So there is something called as a Badava Agni. It is a volcanic fire, but under the sea. Is it conceivable with logic that a volcanic fire can exist under the sea?
No.
If it's under the sea, how can a volcanic fire exist there? It's not conceivable with logic actually. But then, according to the Shastra, such a volcanic fire exists under the sea. If you read Mahabharata Adi Parva, I think chapter 179. So there was Aurva Rishi. He wanted to destroy the Kshatriya kings. The story comes, I have not read the story previously. There is also beautiful instruction in that story about how the anger is detrimental. So Aurva Rishi, he wanted to destroy the Kshatriya kings. But his forefathers intervened. So on their request, Aurva Rishi threw his anger into the ocean. And the anger of Aurva Rishi manifested in the form of the Bhadava fire or Aurva fire. And this Bhadavagni is also used as an analogy by Rupa Goswami in the very beginning of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.